Hello everybody, welcome to Marvel Movie Mondays, where I, along with other friends and family members, will talk about every single Marvel movie in the known cinematic universe currently. And what better way to start off than, well, you probably guessed it from the picture in the background, Captain America, the First Avenger. Now, you think, whoa, why would it be Iron Man 1? Well, I thought, well, because Captain America, the first one, takes place in the 40s, and the rest of them take place in current day, and make more sense to talk about the first Captain America and then go from there. So, it'll be slightly out of order from the cinematic universe as we know it, but trust me, it'll make sense. So, in this series, like I said, we're going to talk about every single movie, and every single Monday, we're talking about every Marvel movie up to Infinity War. And after that, I don't know where the series will go. We might do like cartoons. We might do older Marvel movies. We may even do X-Men. Though Deadpool may be in there at some point. I don't know, but that'll be after Infinity War and all that stuff's done. So without further ado, let's begin with this movie. Now, as you can see, I'm a huge Captain America fan. I have this backpack here. I have the shirt on. I also have socks on as well. And that being said, this movie was pretty good. The first time I saw it was on TV about a year or two ago, or something like that, and I didn't really like it that much at first. But now watching it again, I thought it was better than the first time. I don't know about you. You've seen it more than I have, but I'll let you talk about that. You experienced it on the first movie showing and all their movies. So how would you say your words about it?
I saw the movie in theaters with my cousin when it came out, but I was like, wait, when did the movie come out?
2011? So it's been like 6 years now, 6, 7 years. Actually 7 years, I guess now.
I was like 12 or 13, depends on
so
when it came out.
Let's point this out.
So,
these movies have been around for going on 10 years, starting Iron Man 1, and we're super young. I'm 22 currently, she's 19. And, yeah, so when that movie came out, she was 12. I was, like, probably, what, 14?
Yeah.
I think. I didn't see it in theaters. Like I said, first time I saw it was on TV. But, yeah, just go ahead with your thing story.
I saw it in theaters, and honestly, I fell asleep in theaters because it bored me.
I can see that, because she does not like history much. I like history. I'm a history buff. I love history stuff.
I mean, the beginning's good. Just when it gets to the middle, it bores me really bad. And I saw it again one time after theaters, and I fell asleep again. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I didn't fall asleep, but I still didn't pay attention to the middle part of the movie.
Yeah.
To me, this is the most boringest movie.
I disagree. There'll be a movie later on. When I get to it, I will point it out, but it's coming very soon, and I absolutely hate that movie. I think it's probably the worst movie in this whole list. That being said, we have not seen one of those movies, and it's Incredible Hulk. So I don't know how it's going to turn out. That'll be in week 3. Because next week is Iron Man 1. That'll be the next week's movie, so tune in for that. But yeah, so back on track. This movie was good. So basically what we're doing is, now we're going to go over some key points that we wrote down in our handy notebooks here. And basically what's happening is we're going to list pros and cons for each of us. And we didn't tell either, we didn't list any of them to each other. We didn't list the score that we're going to be giving out at the end. We didn't specify that to each other. So this will be all fresh and new for us. So let's see. I guess I'll go first. So I don't want talking. Obviously I'm losing my voice a little bit because I get over a sickness from last week. Basically the pros I had visuals for the time period were really good. I think they nailed that part very, very well. I don't know who the director was for this movie, but he nailed that look, the 1940s, World War II, nailed that pretty good. The humor is really good. I mean, obviously it's a Marvel movie. I mean, they're always going to nail the humor. I mean, they've done that since day one of Iron Man. It gets right to the point. It does not hold your hand. It literally tells you what's going on at the very beginning, and it does that through the entire movie. The cons, well, actually, we'll do this way. I'll do pros for mine, and then I'll do pros for you. So now you go if you have your pros on yours.
Well, I put the beginning, like, with his, like, training when he's, like, in the military was really good. Like, it was, like, really funny. And that part, to me, was really interesting.
Yeah, it was really good. Really good.
Another pro of this movie is also, I don't know, my list is kind of boring. I just wrote down some things.
I mean, go ahead. You can say whatever you want. It's fine.
I mean, I kind of agree also with, like, the visuals, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I don't know, I just, like, another reason why this movie is, like, okay. I mean, I don't like this movie that much, but it's okay, because I really like Chris Evans. I think he's a really good actor. He's a very talented actor.
Not to say all the other ones are bad, but...
Oh, no, there's some are good, too, but I feel like they picked a really good actor.
They have the advantage over DC of picking really good actors for every single one of these roles, and Chris Evans does not disappoint, so good job on that.
Chris Evans is really good. I've always liked him.
Also, the supporting cast, Tommy Lee Jones as the general dude.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who plays as Carter. I can't remember her name.
I can't remember her name.
But she does very good.
Yeah.
You got Bucky, who plays Bucky, is really good. Just all of them in general are really good. But that's expected of more movies. They're going to do pretty much every single character.
That's I'm just saying. And they, like, well, like, another advantage is, like, a lot of people probably like this, especially, like, women like this movie, because, I mean, Chris Evans is, like, really attractive, too. So that's another reason why they try to get that public. You know, they try to get that in there.
I can't agree with that, I guess. I don't know, we can't say anything about that, but yeah, sure.
Pretty attractive.
I can see that.
I mean, he's just really talented, too, besides that.
So that's pretty much, I mean, we're not really going to go into, like, really deep territory. We're just going to kind of go over the basics, because we don't want to go into, like, a full movie review. Just kind of, like, overall general stuff we noticed over, like, multiple times watching these movies in theaters once, first time probably, and then watching it multiple times on TV or whatever we ever watched it. So, okay, cons. Let's get back on track here. Steve wanted to join the fight because his parents were part of the war. I thought that was kind of dumb. I get that the reason why he wants to be in the war because of his parents, but that shouldn't be a reason, like a major reason for you to join the war. You know, it's kind of dumb. Honestly, you should have a better reason to fight, especially in World War II. You should have like oh, I want to, you know, because they killed my family, or oh, well, you know, they need to suffer because they did this or something. But no, it's just because his parents were in the war. I thought that was kind of lame and dumb. Steve knew right away how his new body worked. Like, immediately after he got his powers, he, like, there's, like, this German guy that comes out and, like, blows up the thing. He takes the little vial and runs off. And then he's just like, I know how to do this. He just starts chasing down the street and, like, leaps over cars and, like, over fences and, you know, starts running. And, like, how... He just got a new body. How does he know how to, like, control that? Like, how does he know how that feels? From being, like, really skinny, this, like, weak guy to, like, this buff dude now. Like, I don't understand. I don't get that either. And then two main things. I mean, obviously for any Marvel movie, villain was lame. I didn't like Red Skull. He was kind of dumb. I think his motivation was because he was a failed experiment, and that's the reason why he was angry. I don't know. It was kind of dumb. And Red Skull design looked dumb. Like, the way he looked, it just looked like he has like a mask on. It looks really stupid. I mean, it just looks really stupid to me. But that's all like little like nitpicky stuff though. All right, I'm gonna let you talk now because I'm losing my voice a little bit.
Well, to me, the very beginning was confusing. I didn't understand what was happening at the beginning.
Alright, yeah, so that's the main reason why she thinks it's confusing. I don't know why she thinks it's confusing. She won't tell me, but I guess she'll tell me now. I don't really know.
Well, most of it, it's like you kind of have to know, like, World War II history, and I never really paid attention in history class.
But what do you mean by that? Like, they don't really, it's not really a big factor. I mean, yeah, they're in World War II, but...
I mean, yeah, I mean, it kind of does have a factor, because they talk about, like, I don't know, they talk about the war. Like, the part when he's, like, when he's doing, like, the advertisements or something, and he, like, tours the country, and he talks about, like, war bonds, they don't explain what that is.
Oh, well, I mean...
Because I don't know what that is. Like, if you didn't pay attention to history class.
Right.
Like, I was
That's
confused.
That's the reason why you like this movie?
I didn't understand. Like, I don't understand what those are.
Okay, for those of you who don't ever watch this movie, there was a part in the movie where he, they want to go to, like, the Hydra bases or something. I can't remember what it was. After he chases this one guy down. And They're like, no, you're not fit for this. Even though you just got super buff, you're not ready or something. And then he's like, well, I still want to fight. And then this other guy comes up, he's like, I got something for you. You are a symbol. You are a symbol of courage and hope and power. And because you were in the news, because that whole thing he did before, he's in the news for it. And so he's like, I got a perfect plan for you. So he made a costume for him. And basically, if you don't know anything about these kind of early wars, like World War I, World War II, basically the second best thing you could do is advertise the crap out of your nation. So basically it's like propaganda, almost, where it's like he's just touring the country, promoting people across America to, put money into the war effort. So basically war bonds is like a war effort. Basically like, oh, well, we need money for the supplies to put the troops overseas to fight the war. So we need to raise money for that, but how are we going to do that? We need a symbol, and Captain America is the symbol. So he goes around the country and just kind of promotes it, like, oh, we're going to fight this war for you, and I'm here because I'm Captain America, and I'm the symbol of the fight, and I'm going to fight for you, and I'm going to kick off Hitler and knock him down or something, like that kind of stuff. That's basically what he was doing. Because basically he was like a symbol of the fight, and that he was trying to promote that, we got to win this war, because if we don't, then the Germans will come back and take over and stuff. But that's really all it was. It was just a little a montage of scenes happening.
They still talk about World War II and stuff, and I just didn't understand what was happening.
I mean, yeah, but you can't have that, hold that against the movie. I mean, you gotta have that.
I don't know. It didn't make any sense to me.
I mean, that's not a futuristic movie setting and be like, oh, well, we're not going to explain the futuristic setting. You're just going to let that slide. And, oh, it's the future, but we're not going to say what's in the future. Just future.
It's just, I don't know. The movie just confused me.
You just got to set up, I mean, of course you don't have to focus on it, but, make sure, your movie, if you're going to set it in the 40s and World War II, you got to make sure that setting is accurate.
Know. But I feel like if you know more about it, you understand the movie more.
I guess, but it's not really a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal.
It just confused me. Okay.
All right, what else you got?
And I put after basically he became buff. To me, it was kind of boring.
What do you mean it was boring?
I don't know. The movie just bores me.
So when he got powers, he became less interesting.
Kind of. I don't know. I don't know. I like Captain America in the other movies, but to me, I feel like just with his powers, he didn't know what he was doing. And
that's with any, origin story, though.
I don't know. It was boring, and the fights were kind of boring, and I didn't understand what was happening.
Okay, fair enough.
He's let me go save this person. In this.
Oh, that's not complaining at the movie. He's way too attached to his friend. Bucky.
I know. Yes, exactly.
Because
he was when his friend, he found out his friend died. He was like, oh, let me just go in there, not knowing, having any training or anything, and save these people, even though I don't know what I'm doing. And he just left, and I was you could have grabbed people to help you.
I mean, I would kind of feel the same way, oh, they captured my friend, I need to save him, but I'm not gonna be like, all right, let's go.
He just goes alone.
Just by himself, yeah. I mean,
it's stupid.
I mean that's kind of his problem.
The villain didn't make any sense either.
Yeah, all the villains in the Neymar movie, they're pretty much weak as it is. Well, most of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
This one was kind of dumb. It was lame. I knew that from the beginning. I watched it the first time. I knew that at the same time. I knew that too.
I didn't understand the professor. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't understand because at the beginning they found the Tesseract thing, and they talked about Thor, but it doesn't make any sense because Thor doesn't come until later on. It's from Odin, and I was like, well, I'm confused.
I think they might. They've talked about that in Thor, but I don't remember. I can't remember.
It was confusing. I was like, how did they find a Tesseract? I thought that was part of Thor. And then it just shows up in the beginning of the movie. And then they use their power to do it. But then it would think they destroyed it at that one point, but then it comes back.
I can't remember.
It's confusing. I don't understand the whole Tesseract thing.
These early Marvel movies, they're kind of they're trying to build up suspense and hype for what's to come, but they just don't do it all that well. I mean, it's to say of any first movie series, in cinematic universe, you're trying to get people to get interested in your universe and everything, and it doesn't really work all the time. I mean, granted now it works, but before, I mean, you gotta think, they were trying to, you know, get people to interested in these movies, but at the time, most people didn't really know who Captain America was. I mean, they probably did if they had comics, but like, most of these people didn't know who Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, just all these other comic book heroes that nobody knew about before the movies came out. You know, they had to kind of set it up in the movies, like, right away. And, yeah, they don't really explain it very well in this movie. So I'll give it that, I guess. But, overall, it's not a bad movie. It really isn't. I mean, there's worse ones out there. I still think that there's a certain one. I'm not going to say what it is yet. But we'll get to it.
This is the only one I cannot sit through the whole movie without falling asleep.
I don't know. I mean,
like, I literally drew pictures on my notes because I got so bored.
It isn't.
And I went on my phone and played games because I couldn't sit through it. Like, I was either going to fall asleep or I had to do something to keep me awake. Like, I still have not seen the movie all the way through.
I disagree with that.
Like, it's boring. I just don't like war movies.
I think it's thoroughly engaging all the way through. It's not
the beginning.
It's not bad. It's not that bad, but it's not that great either.
I fell asleep on this.
I don't agree with her in that part. But anyway, my overall rating, I gave it an 8, but I might give it a 7 because, yeah, I mean, it is good, but there is certain aspects like the villain is lame. The whole getting his powers and immediately, you know, using them like to his full extent right away, and then also like, you know, coming all this other stuff before that, you know, all that stuff, which just didn't make any sense. And the part of like his being too attached to his friend, it just, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. But you know, acting was good, choreography is good, actors are good. It just, all that other stuff is good. They always knocked out of the park. Humor was excellent. But yeah, I give this movie probably a 7. I wrote down an 8 on my notes, but I'll probably give it a 7.
I give it a 3.
A 3? Come on.
I don't know, it just bored me too much.
A 3.
It's a movie, I can't sit through the whole thing without being bored.
Oh
it just doesn't interest me.
That was awful.
It's boring.
I mean, I know before you said you were going to give it low, but
I can't sit. The only thing that's good is like the actors. It's the only good thing about it, and like the scenery, and that's it. Like the rest of it bores me to death.
I can see the comments now. Nope, comments now. I'm pulling right in and screwing down here. It's gonna be bad. I can already see it. You're gonna get a lot of hate mail.
I don't care. To me, it's boring.
I mean, I'll probably get a lot of hate mail for the upcoming movie. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say Thor. First Thor movie, garbage.
Just wait.
I cannot stand that movie. No, see now that movie will turn on its head. It'll be like this review, but instead I'll be more upset about it, and she will be more positive about it.
I love Thor.
I'm positive.
Thor is my favorite superhero. He's my favorite one out of all of them. Captain America is like my third favorite.
Anyway.
I like Captain America, the other Captain America movies.
I do too, yes. They're good.
Don't like this one. This one's the most boringest to me. It's probably the lowest setting, honestly. The other one's going to be pretty high up there, but I hate this movie.
Anyway, so that's our thoughts on this movie. Of course, there's not going to be any really spoilers. I mean, there might be a little bit. We'll probably talk about a few scenes, but I don't really count those as really spoilers.
Most people have seen the movies.
Yes, I mean, again, they've been out for like over a decade now. I mean, Iron Man's been out for over a decade, and most of these have been out for like years and years now. So if you haven't seen them, go out there and see it. I would recommend this movie. She would not recommend this movie.
I mean, you have to watch it to understand the other ones. Like, that's the only reason why I watch it. If I don't have
and again, I understand. I understand all the stuff that you're coming through. I can get all the cons you get through. I can understand. You can probably understand why I like it, why I don't like some of the parts, why you like some of the parts. But it's just our opinions. Just let everybody know that. You might like it more than me. You might like it less than her. But overall, we're just here to talk about our love for Marvel movies, and I will say this is good. She doesn't agree. But anyway, that's it for Captain America, the First Avenger. check back next Monday for Iron Man, the one that started it all 10 years ago. So stay tuned. Bye-bye for now. Bye, Internet. Actually, I shouldn't say that. It's one of our friends that should. But anyway, bye.
Bye.
See you guys later.